Hi guys, happy Sunday. So last week was a lot. Um, I finally read you guys chapter 44, where I start to really have a breakthrough with Adia, and um, I wanted to touch on that. I am not there anymore. Um, I'm proud of how far I've come. Um, you're going to see in the next few chapters a transformation and a start of, um, I think, letting go. And do I still have moments of backpedaling? Sure, because I've told you guys a billion times the healing is not linear. And so, do I have those limerent moments come up where I miss her? Sure. But then it comes back, all the things that were done and the things that she did, and the fact that I think she may be a narcissist. She may have NPD. And if she doesn't, it doesn't matter because she's very toxic. And the things that she did to me were things that weren't a one off, they were continual, uh, horrible things. Horrible things that I would have never done to anybody, especially somebody I claim to love. So that will never change. I don't care how much time goes by, that's who she is. And getting to the point where I realize and have enough self-worth and self-respect to realize that I don't deserve that shit. I deserve so much better. That's where things changed. It's all been, it hasn't been about her and any kind of change with her. It's all been, I need to change who I am and realize that I'm worth something, and I'm worth a hell of a lot more than what I've been put through, and have that self-respect and get to that point to realize, shit, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she came back and said a million times that she was sorry. It doesn't matter, because number one, I wouldn't believe it, because her apologies, she did apologize, but her apology was a blanket apology for everything. We weren't able to talk about specifics, and when I brought them up, she got angry. She was so angry with me. And that's that lack of accountability, which makes me realize that most likely, with my past, my history, most likely she has NPD. And like I said, I don't know for sure, but I am comfortable enough at this point to say that that's the probability. And with the things that were done, that's the probability. So, I've only got a few minutes. I'm going to see a movie tonight. I'm going to read you chapter 45. And chapter 45 is titled Feeling Pride. This was on January 6th, 2023. It was a Friday. It was day 182. I don't have a quote yet. It says, have I hidden the real me since childhood to protect myself? It's a question that I've been pondering, and now I'm finally letting her out. Can this all be boiled down to that? I read the last entry to Abigail in therapy last night. It was a lot. I am really proud of myself. She was super proud as well. She told me that we need to talk about what we have really done here. Something about taking control of my own healing. I am aware that this is all really big. It really is unbelievable progress, especially when you take into account that it has only been 6 months since I began writing and learning to process this all correctly. Damn, that was only 6 months. From book one until this entry right here, that was 6 months. That's insane. Wow. Okay, let's read chapter 46. Chapter 46 is titled, Yes, It Really Was That Bad. This was January 21st, 2023. It was a Saturday, day 197. Hello, dear reader. I've barely slept, so I am hoping this is all coherent. Marjorie Taylor is back in the picture. She reached back out to the faux father after 3 years of silence. I am so glad that I am out of all that shit. Trust me, reader, it's all one big ball of insanity, as I am sure you have realized by now. Although I haven't written in over a week, my time has been spent learning. When your eyes are open to narcissistic abuse after enduring it all your life, it becomes all-consuming. You want as much information as possible. Countless articles, hundreds of hours watching Dr. Ramani on YouTube, reading books by experts, reading memoirs on experiences so similar to mine. It is actually eerie. Attending support groups, getting to know the stories of the beautiful survivors, falling in love with each one's warrior soul, wrestling with the terror of realizing your story is just as bad as theirs. I still struggle with that. Minimizing my experiences, self-gaslighting. I hurt deeply for the horrible abuse I have heard about from others. But when I find myself speaking of my own experiences and subsequent feelings, I don't realize how it must sound to others hearing these things for the first time. Until I see everyone's faces looking back at me, their jaws dropped, tears streaming down their faces. All too frequently, I would think to myself that what I went through was not as bad as what others have endured, never fully realizing that my situation really was severe. That's still difficult for me to come to terms with. I knew these things affected me deeply. I just never fully realized how truly horrific some of it was. Alright, let's do one more. These are short. Chapter 47 is titled Sideswiped. This was January 30th, 2023. It was a Monday. It was day 206. The quote is from Tracy A. Malone. It says, covert narcissists are exceedingly difficult to recognize and even harder to expose because they have built a fake persona with everyone they know. Most that are unaware of the covert traits see a charming, helpful, caring, compassionate, and often enlightened individual. However, this type tends to stick with the same tricks and methods, don't learn from them, and are extremely persistent. Alright, here we go. Depersonalization, dissociation. One of these is occurring for me badly tonight. Definitely doing the whole this isn't happening to me thing. I feel numb, and I keep coming in and out of focusing. I called off everything with Helga tonight. I didn't see this coming. Maybe I should have. I don't know. I don't even know if I can focus enough to write cohesively tonight. I let her in. I really did. Like completely, and I feel like an idiot. And I am torn because I realize that I can let Lydia go. I can move on. And I realized this through Helga. I know I loved her as a friend, but I think I was falling for her, and I know she had feelings for me, romantic feelings. At least she claimed to. And these are good things for me to realize. It's growth, it's healing. In that respect, anyway. But we have been butting heads as of late. There have been multiple misunderstandings, and it has been stressing us both out. She has her own traumas. I have been working through mine. Sometimes we trigger each other. Sometimes we send red flags to each other, which, after discussing, we realize comes from fear. We both were afraid of getting hurt from repeating past mistakes in relationships. We were both comparing one another to our exes completely out of fear. We talked all of that out. Things were good. She was over here at my place 2 nights ago. We were great. We watched 2 movies, ordered pizza, just had a chill night. Until I asked her about an upcoming doctor appointment for an issue that she has been having that is severely affecting her health and is very serious. She told me she canceled the appointment, that she was going to handle the problem in her own way. I tried pushing. She snapped at me. I backed down. But for me, the evening was ruined. The medical problem she's been experiencing has been causing me distress, and I've been really worried for her, and have been anxiously awaiting her doctor appointment. She knew this. I had vocalized it, and that annoyed the hell out of her. I think she's afraid, exceptionally afraid, and can't face it. I understand, but we are, or rather were, exceptionally honest with each other. But these were things I don't think she was able to admit to herself. So I don't think she could admit them to me. Prior to telling me about the canceled appointment, we had been talking about Valentine's Day. We decided to make a sweet day out of it together as friends, but again, there was still a romantic element to it. We would buy each other gifts, go to dinner and a movie. A week or two before, she was talking about cuddling as friends, and that it was okay to hold each other, but as friends. We were always flirtatious with each other in a very sexual way. We talked about the future, half kidding, half wishing. We would have a lake house with a huge art studio where I would paint and write, and that's how I would make a living. And she would swim, and I would swim in the lake every day. And she would have a huge top-of-the-line chef's kitchen because she loves to cook and experiment, make up new recipes. She would own a restaurant and a sports bar. She wanted to run the business side of things while still working in the corporate world. Yuck. In that way, we were very different. I detest the corporate world. We would also have a huge lap pool because she was afraid to swim in the lake. What a fantasy, right? Kind of sounds like we are friends right now, but on our way to dating and having an exclusive relationship, right? Well, that's what I thought. Boy, was I wrong. Tonight, she told me she is dating someone that she just started. That it's someone she has known for a long time. What a fucking crock. There's one of three things happening here as I see it. Either she has been dating someone all along and lying to me about it. In that case, fuck you, Helga. Or she really did just start seeing someone after sitting here flirting up until yesterday and making Valentine's Day plans with me for 2 weeks from now. In that case, fuck you, Helga. Or, and I really hope it's not this one, but I highly suspect it might be, there is nobody. It's a bullshit bluff. And she is fucking with me to try and manipulate me. And in that case, a giant fuck you, Helga. And just like that, Helga and I came to a sputtering end. I told her not to contact me again. I blocked and erased her phone number and blocked her on social media. Fuck that. What a fucking bitch. I truly am in shock. I didn't see this coming at all. No hints at all. I've cried a little. I've reached out to friends, but it's late. But mostly I'm just sitting here listening to music and feeling completely numb. Damn her for this. Even if just as a friend, damn her for this. I truly believed she was a better person than this. I truly did. You know what, though? It's her loss. Because I am a hell of a better person, and she lost me. I'm not perfect. I've got a lot of shit I'm working through. She knows it all. And then some. And this is what she does. Not even in a phone call. She does this through a text. What a fucking coward. I brought her up in group chat the other night. They all saw red flags that I was not seeing. I'm not ready to date. Maybe by the end of book 3, but not right now. But I am not going to sit here crying. Fuck that. Not over that asshole. I'm going to go have fun. I don't need a fucking relationship to have fun. There's plenty of people out there looking for nothing more than a hookup. Fuck you, Helga. It's your damn loss. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of, I still haven't dated since then. And I haven't dated because what she put me through, and that she lied to me, and that I didn't trust myself to not fall for somebody that shows covert narcissistic tendencies like that. And that's really hard for me. It's really, really hard for me. The covert ones piss me off. They just piss me off because I can't see it right away. I can see the malignant and the overt, but it takes me time, as it does everybody. It takes time with the covert narcissist to see it. Sorry, neighbor. It is really loud. There was a lot of arguing earlier. Chupa's protecting. The medical problem that Helga was having, I believe, was the cause of her death. And when they found her, they thought that it was a heart attack. But they didn't do an autopsy, from what I understand. So the medical problem that she was having was what I believe to be severe sleep apnea. And to the point where I laid awake at night and just made sure that she started breathing again, because I was afraid that she was just not going to start breathing again. And for her to say that she was going to handle the problem in her own way was beyond insane to me, because I've got severe sleep apnea. I know better. I have to wear my machine every single night. If I don't, I could die. Like, that's the reality of things. And she knew this, but for her to think that she could somehow will it away or do something that was going to change the reality. And from what I was told from her friend, one of her best friends, that she never went through doing a sleep study or getting a sleep apnea machine. So because they never did an autopsy, I highly suspect that that's what happened. It's a lot to reconcile with, because I still have a lot of anger with her over what she did. But she also passed away, and that is devastating. So yeah, right now, I'm not ready to date. At some point, sure. But until I really feel that I'm in a place where I'm past this, I'm not going to bring somebody else into my life that has to deal with the things that I need to deal with on my own. All right. I'm going to the movies. It's good talking to you guys. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.